عليهم المسكنة ذلك بأنهم كانوا يكفرون بآيات الله ذلك بأنهم كانوا يكفرون بآيات الله ويقتلون الأنبياء.
We are talking about peace. And I want to remind the congregation that the name of Islam itself is peace. And during Ramadan, we become more peaceful. Why? Because the spirit of resisting temptations, through the exercise of abstaining from what should primarily be acceptable, like eating and drinking, gives us the discipline to resist temptation. We become better at anger management because we are taught that during fasting, if someone provokes you into a fight, you should declare utterly to them that I am fasting, and therefore I'm not falling for your provocations. We all should remember that knowledge and wisdom is at the core of any peaceful nation, and this is why His Excellency has committed to educating Ugandans. Why? Because a society that is not learned cannot keep peace. And during Ramadan, we all know that we read the Quran more, Your Excellency, the book that we consider to be our source of wisdom. So Muslims are wiser during Ramadan, and hopefully after this month, we shall carry on.
Your Excellency, in the name of Allah, the most gracious, most merciful, on behalf of the Muslim community in Uganda and the Uganda Muslim Supreme Council, I wish to sincerely thank Your Excellency and the government of Uganda for maintaining the noble tradition of hosting the Muslim community at State House during the holy month of Ramadan. Thank you, Your Excellency. This occasion continues to strengthen the spirit of unity, respect, and fellowship among Ugandans of all faiths. Your Excellency, on my own behalf and on behalf of the Uganda Muslim Supreme Council, I convey our sincere congratulations to you upon your re-election as the President of the Republic of Uganda, as our nation marks 40 years of your leadership under the National Resistance Movement. Congratulations, Sebo Kulika Nyo Yoga Yoga. This milestone represents an important chapter in Uganda's history, during which the country has experienced restoration of stability, rebuilding of institutions, and sustained efforts towards national unity and socio-economic transformation. As the Quran reminds us, indeed Allah loves those who act justly. Your Excellency, the Muslim community of Uganda appreciates the prevailing peace, security, and freedom of worship that have enabled faith communities to practice freely and contribute constructively to national development. Your Excellency, as a gesture of compassion during this sacred month of mercy and forgiveness, we humbly appeal for your prerogative mercy to consider the release of prisoners, particularly those who have been arrested for political reasons and have not yet been arraigned for criminal offenses, so that the spirit of reconciliation and justice may prevail. Abantu abo, Your Excellency, abamu baabuzibwa, naddala abavubuka baffe baabuzibwa tebakola ebikolobero, naye nga waliwo abagira ki? Ababakulembera. N'olwekyo bano abato be baabuza nga bw'oyogera bulijjo, tusaba obasonyiwe, bakomewo bayize.
Your Excellency, the issue of the Kadi courts, the bill is before us. And I want to thank you before my Muslim brothers and sisters for giving us the trust again as the Speaker of Parliament and Deputy Speaker of Parliament. We want to thank you sincerely, and this is the time of Ramadan for forgiveness, for unity and reconciliation. Your Excellency, we want to thank you. On a special note, I want to thank the Muslim community. During our campaign period, I want to say this: Muslims supported President Museveni. In every rally where we would want somebody to pray, there would always be a Muslim. We want to thank you for the support for President Museveni.
I would like to thank the Muslim brothers and sisters and congratulate them for so far the successful journey in the month of Ramadan. The month of Ramadan, like the period of Lent, has three key messages to all of us, the people of God. That is prayer, almsgiving, and fasting. I congratulate the team that chose the theme of today. It is a theme that communicates a strong message to all of us as the people of God, as Ugandans. And I will not dilute it, but I would like to thank you for choosing that theme. It's a very good theme. Without peace, it is not easy to develop, or it is not possible to develop.
Mbaniriza wano mwenna, you're most welcome. I want to congratulate the Muslims for the fasting. It's not yet over, but I think we have gone some distance. Secondly, I want to thank the Muslims and all the Ugandans for massively supporting us during the last elections. Thirdly, I'm glad that Ugandans listened to our message, saw through these mistakes, and we said, you people, follow the politics of maslaha, of emigaso kinakugasa. Temulowoleza onani atuyamba ki kyemba mutandikirako. Emigaso mutunule abantu kyebagasa, si oyani Katonda yamanya abantu embeera yaabwe. Golu Katonda oyagala kina embeera y'abantu ono gundi Katonda yabatonda. Who are you? So what is happening now in the Middle East is something we have discussed with those leaders. I have already discussed with those leaders. All of them, they are all our friends. The Israelis are our friends. The Iranians are our friends. The UAE are our friends. The Qataris are our friends. The Saudis, the Americans. And when they were fighting last year, I put out You know, I am chairman of the non-aligned movement. Up to now, I am still chairman. But when the fighting started last year, I first kept quiet. I didn't want. But after some time, I issued a statement. My staff can get that statement and give it to the people who are here, where I really externalized what we have been talking quietly with all these people. You will read it. But the whole problem starts with what we call in English chauvinism. Chauvinism. Buli omu okulowooza nti ye yekka. Everybody thinks he's the one who is most important. So that's why we have got that huge problem. You can see now the destruction, the dangers. I discussed with the Iranians, with all of them, the leaders, Ahmadinejad, Raisi, the one who was here, all of them, Hashemi Rafsanjani. I was saying, you people, the Iranians now, why don't you recognize Israel? They said Israel does not belong here. It is not, it is a transplant in the Middle East. I said, no. Me, I know this part of the world from the Bible. You are all mentioned in the Bible. The Jews are mentioned. The Persians are mentioned. There's another group called Medians. The Philistines, Palestinians are mentioned. Goliath was a Palestinian. Why don't you? So I told them, you should accept Israel so that we implement the two-state solution. Then I go to Netanyahu, who is a good friend of mine. He has come here many times. We're in this house here with him and the president of Sudan. General Burhan. We were here. We had a meeting here. I said, why don't you recognize Palestine? Why? The two-state solution. Because of course, for them they say, initially the Palestinians, Arabs did not accept the two-state solution. It is true that in one of the conferences, Khartoum conference, the Arabs had said, no recognition, no what, that line. But since that time, they have accepted. You, Israel, why don't you implement this? They can't. You don't know why. They say, oh, this one, they say this, but you can see they are very reluctant to accept the two-state solution. Then our friend, the Americans, the use of force in this area. In that statement, I gave the history of all these mistakes. So therefore, I want to congratulate you, Ugandans, because when we told you, please avoid sectarianism, reject sectarianism, love all Ugandans, irrespective of their differences. You listened. I want to thank you. That's why, ever since 1994, ever since 1989, when we expanded the NRC, when we started elections, the NRM is always winning. On the first round, we have never gone for the second round. Why? Because you all agreed that the message of unity was better than the other message of sectarianism. So when you see the suffering in the Middle East, you can see the consequences of that area is very rich, very rich. But you can see the politics disturb the whole area. So I want to congratulate you, Ugandans, for accepting our message of the students. So therefore, I would like to use this Ramadan to call upon people in the world to work for justice everywhere. And global affluence. Mwebale nnyo, Katonda babeere.
His Excellency is having a picture with a young sheikh. Muganda wawe, muto wawe.
In the programs that you plan in this country.
To you, other guests, we have Alhaji Entebbe, the state of Eritrea, and he's the dean. His Excellency, the ambassador of the embassy, the Honorary Council from Sierra Leone is with us here. We have the one from prisons. Please very much for coming. Police, we gather here to break our fast, only done in offices and boardrooms, policies, and consider them that. This Hajat Sharifa Buzeki, Hajat. Honorable Nsegumire, please stand up for the Right Honorable Speaker of Parliament of Uganda. Everybody who is gathered here and who is not here, that it is our mandate for the is also with us here. Your Excellency Muzukuru, we have the registrars and deputy registrars